Good morning. I, Dr. Bharat Makwana, Department of Chemistry from HVH Institute of Postgraduate Studies and Research. It is a constitutional institute of Kadi Sarva Vishwavidyalaya. Today we are going to discuss about the chemistry of porphyrin. So porphyrin are one of the vital chemical units essential for the server life process on the earth. We know that the porphyrin it is a one kind of natural pigments belong to the pyrrole group contain a complex stable structure composed of four pyronucleus. So basically it is a pigment and we see on the nature there are a lot of pigments is available and very popular are hemoglobin and chlorophyll. So many biological molecules function with the prosthetic group essentially made of this unit. It is nothing but the porphyrin. For example, a chlorophyll of chloroplast which derive photosynthesis, amine as a component of hemoglobin that transport to oxygen to animal tissue, and as a central unit of myoglobin ensure the storage of oxygen. All of these have active site essentially made of the porphyrin core, and that's why we are going to discuss the chemistry of porphyrin structure or chemistry of porphyrin. So basically, biologically, it is very important molecules as well as for the life cycle, it is a very necessary component. So porphyrin are nothing. It's served as a prosthetic group for the protein that function in oxygen transportation, like hemoglobin and myoglobin. Both are the helpful for the oxygen transportation. Breakdown of the peroxide like catalyze electron transport via cytochromes and hydroxylations like cytochrome P450. Nitric oxide synthesis and light absorption. Definitely light absorption or photosynthesis is very important for the life cycle. So chlorophyll it's a porphyrin which helpful to this reaction. So porphyrin are a heterocyclic ring structure that include a four pyrrole ring joined together through a carbon with a methynyl bridge. The most important porphyrin in nature are found in a hemoglobin and the chlorophyll. Hemoglobin is necessary for the human life and chlorophyll for the entire plants. In the central the porphyrin, a matter atom is chelated to the nitrogen atom on the pyrrole unit. So porphyrin structure have a four pyrrole unit and therefore nitrogen interact or the coordinate with the central metal ion. In case of hemine, the related the porphyrin atom bind with the iron, and in case of the chlorophyll, the central metal ion is magnesium. So porphyrin, a cyclic compound, then bind with the metal ion. In case of chlorophyll, it's a magnesium, and it is necessary for the central to solar energy utilization. Having it have a Fe+2 ion, which most prevalent metal of porphyrin and humans, and central to oxygen sensing and utilization. Dear friends, if you talk about the cyanocobalamin, so cobalamin have a cobalt metal ion and bacterial coenzyme which have a nickel central metal ion. So now see, this is the structure of the porphyrin. It is nothing but their cyclic structure with four pyrrole ring A, B, C, and D linked with the methynyl bridge. So it will bind with the methynyl bridge. If you talk about the any chlorophyll hemoglobin, it will bind with and here as a central metal ion. So this is the structure of porphyrin with molecular formula is C20H14 and N4. Now see, this is some things belong from the porphyrin. So porphyrin have a side chain substituted by the methyl functional group. We talk about the vinyl functional group, propionyl functional group, and acetyl functional group. So this is the basic structure of the porphyrin structure, which might be possible if four pyrrole ring A, B, C, D. Their substitution like um, vinyl functional group or methyl functional group at alpha and beta position. This is called a methynyl group or the methynyl ring, and here P can represent the propionyl group. So basically, it is a four pyrrole ring held by the methylene bridge, and metal ion bind with the nitrogen atom with as a complex metal of porphyrin. There are eight hydrogen atoms substituted at four different pyrrole and four pyrrole closed as a bracket of unsubstitution, nothing but the bridge. So there are, according to the cyclic structure, there are two type of porphyrin. Type 1 porphyrin, it is a symmetrical arrangement of substitution group on all eight positions, like position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, with all 8 positions are substituted by symmetrical functional group, we can say it's a uroporphyrin 1. And simultaneously, porphyrin type 3 porphyrin, it is a asymmetrical arrangement of substitution group on all 8 positions. For this 8 position can be functionalized by different functional group. We can say it is uroporphyrin 3. So according to that arrangement of substitution at pyrrole position, we make a two type of porphyrin structure. Now, this is the two fabulous structure belong from the porphyrin chemistry. This is the structure of amine and this is the structure of chlorophyll. Both are very, very necessary for the life cycle. See that there are a lot of similarity. Both are the porphyrin structure. Both have a 4-pyrrole. Both have a methylene bridge. But see, something is different. The center metal ion is different. In case of human, it is iron. In case of chlorophyll, there is a magnesium. And there, alpha and beta position might be different. Majorly, the alpha position have a methyl functional group, but beta position of 4-pyrrole 1, 2, and 3. See, pyrrole 1 and 2 have a 2-vinyl functional group, and pyrrole 3 and 4, their beta position is propionic acid chain. Simultaneously, in pyrrole A1 and 2, there is a vinyl functional group and ethyl functional group, but in pyrrole number 3 and 4, there is a long chain like a phytol. So this is the difference between the structure of amine and chlorophyll. Definitely, when we discuss the chemistry or the constitution of amine and chlorophyll, we'll discuss on detail. Uh, so chlorophyll, this is the full structure of the chlorophyll, which have a long chain of phytol, fine, and there is a chlorophyll A and B. Then the substitution is different. In case of chlorophyll, there is a methyl functional group. But if we talk about the chlorophyll B, there is an aldehyde functional group, and we know that it is very helpful to photosynthesis reaction. Fine. So in any plant which have a green color pigment, it is connected with the chlorophyll and it will helpful to a photosynthesis reaction. Now, all porphyrin are nothing but the combination of porphinobilinogen (PBG) basic molecules. So this is the structure of porphinobilinogen. Now, these four porphinobilinogen (PBG) condense together and ring closer and making isomerization. Different uroporphinogens are possible. If we substitute at alpha and beta position, we are getting to a different uroporphinogen 3. Now see, this is the example of uroporphinogens. Their substituted functional group are different to each other. This is the structure of protoporphyrin. If we see the structure of porphyrin, there is a 4-pyrrole ring, uh, ring with closer with the methylene linkage, and see that different substitution. Their alpha position at methyl, here is methyl, here is methyl and methyl. But the beta position of pyrrole 1 and 2, there is a vinyl functional group here and here, and pyrrole 3 and 4, there is a propionic acid. If you mix with the iron, it will convert to a hemoglobin. So at central metal, and if it is iron is present, it will interact with this 4 nitrogen, and we are getting to hemoglobin structure. So now this is the synthesis of the porphyrin. It was synthesized by the Kelvin in 1943. It's quite easy. Take the 4 mole of the pyrrole in presence of the formaldehyde and methanol in presence of pyridine solvent. We are getting to a tetracyclic structure. It is a condensation of 4-pyrrole with the formaldehyde. So this is a formal structure of the porphyrin. Now this porphyrin can be substituted at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8 position. So we are getting to a different substituted porphyrins. So here we discuss about the first substituted porphyrin, so that is the etioporphyrin. So see, this is the dipyryl methanes. We can making the etioporphyrin with the help of the dipyryl methanes in presence of succinic acid. We are getting to a cyclic structure, and this cyclic structure is nothing but the etioporphyrin. So this synthesis was evaluated by the H. Fisher on 1926. This is again the condensation reaction. And now see that this is the symmetrical porphyrin because their alpha position of methyl, and methyl. But if we talk about the beta position, this is the ethyl functional group. Here is ethyl functional group. This is the ethyl functional group. And This is the ethyl functional group. So we can say it is a very simple substituted porphyrin structure, porphyrin. Simultaneously, you can synthesize some another substituted porphyrin structure like mesoporphyrin. So again, in case of mesoporphyrin, we are taking to a dipyrimethanes. Here we have a dipyrimethanes. We mix together, we are getting to a cyclic structure of porphyrin. But see the difference between the ethioporphyrin and mesoporphyrin, the substituted functional group are different. The first pyrrole have a methyl and ethyl, second pyrrole have methyl and ethyl, but see the third and fourth, there is a methyl functional group at here, methyl functional group here. This is a propionic acid side chain. This is the also a propionic acid side chain. So we can say that it is just structure like a meso. If we make a plane of symmetry at here, it is a meso structure. So that's why we can say it is a mesoporphyrin structure. Now we discuss the isomerization of porphyrin. So as we already know that any porphyrin structure, it was substituted by different functional group. We are getting to a derivative of porphyrin. So the substitutions such like the methyl functional group, vinyl functional group, or many more functional group at the alpha or beta position, we are getting to a different porphyrin structure. So very basic porphyrin like ethioporphyrin. So according to a structure of ethioporphyrin, which we already discussed on synthesis, there is a methyl and ethyl functional group and all the four structure. So if you see the methyl and ethyl on alpha and beta position of porphyrin structure, according to arrangement of the according to arrangement of the methyl and ethyl functional group at porphyrin 1, 2, and 3 and 4. So all these are nothing but the isomer structure of ethioporphyrin. It is the nothing but the arrangement of that methyl and ethyl functional group. Fine. Now, after the discussion of the porphyrin, we are moving to our first structure. This is the hemine structure. So, before we moving to a constitution of hemoglobin, we are discussing about something is basic thing of the hemine. So, hemine it is a one ferrous atom in the center of the tetrapyrrole ring, which is called protoporphyrin. So, protoporphyrin structure attested with the iron as a central metal, and we are going to a hemoglobin. So, the prosthetic group for hemoglobin is hemoglobin and myoglobin, the cytochrome catalase and tryptophan pyrrolase, nitric oxide synthesis, and many more. So function of the hemine, hemine will be helpful to oxygen sensing with hemine and hemoproteins, oxygen transport by the hemomyoglobin, oxygen storage by the myoglobin, and electron transport via the cytochromes, oxidation via cytochrome P45 and tryptophan pyrrolase, decomposition and activation of hydrogen peroxide via catalase and peroxide, nitric oxide synthesis, regulation of cellular process, and effector of apoptosis. So these are the function of the hemoglobin. Now see, this is the structure of hemoglobin. It is the derivative of the porphyrin. There is a four pyrrole ring, 1, 2, 3, 4. It was substituted by the alpha position like methyl. Here is methyl, here is methyl, and here is methyl. And beta position, we are getting to a vinyl functional group, propionic acid chain, and propionic acid, and central metal ion via iron. So we need to prove the constitution of hemoglobin. This is the structure of hemoglobin. Now we step by step prove the position of vinyl group or presence of vinyl group, presence of propionic acid chain, the substitution of pyrrole and central metal ion. So it is a simplified representation of hemine. You see, this is the structure of hemine. You can remember easily. M can be represented the methyl functional group. So there is a 4 methyl functional group at alpha position. V is represented vinyl functional group. It will represent at the beta position of pyrrole 1 and 2. And P is representation of propionic acid side chain, which is present at the pyrrole number 3 and 4. So from this represent, we can easily understand and remember the structure of hemine. Now, see, this is some fundamental thing of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin, it is the red blood pigments. You can see it's a chromoprotein exceptionally found in human or erythrocytes. The protein parts on hemoglobin is 94% and prosthetic growth is around 6% only. So normal range of concentration of hemoglobin in blood is, on case of male it is 14 to 16 milligram. In case of female that is 13 to 15 milligram. And it is a tetrameric allostatic proteins that molecular weight around 64,415. It is a conjugated protein because of hemine and globin. Example of the quaternary structure of protein. It's a globular protein consists of four pyrrolipeptide chain, two of one type and two of another types. It's called iron protoporphyrin complex, and other iron protoporphyrin complex are peroxide, cytochrome, and catalase. Now, see, this is the transportation of oxygen and carbon dioxide by hemoglobin. So, carbon dioxide bind to hemoglobin, it will convert to carboaminohemoglobin. Now, this carboaminohemoglobin act, act at the lungs, and CO2 is released from hemoglobin. Oxygen will bind to hemoglobin, and it will convert to oxohemoglobin. So, see, this is the cartoon representation of transportation of oxygen by hemoglobin. So, CO2 release oxygen from blood and CO2 carried back to lungs living, oxygen to be consumed by organ and tissue. And so we take the breath in and breath out by carbon dioxide and oxygen. So delivery of oxygen from the lung to tissue and transport carbon dioxide and proton from tissue to lungs. So this is the transportation of oxygen in hemoglobin. Now, as we know that hemoglobin, it is a hemoprotein. It is porphyrin ring plus iron. You can say it's a hemi plus proteins. This is the 3D structure of hemoglobin, and we need to prove the constitution of hemoglobin structure. Now, see, there is a two chain like alpha chain and beta chain. This is the polypeptide chain, beta chain, and this is the alpha chain. It make a hemoglobin. It bind with the iron. This is the structure of the hemoglobin. Now, iron-containing compound belong to the class of protoporphyrin compounds. So, protoporphyrin is composed with the four pyrrole rings. So, pyrrole, four pyrrole condenses together, it will get into a protoporphyrin. Here, this is a methylene bridge. M, it is representing the four methyl functional group. V, it is a two vinyl functional group, and P is representing two propionate side chains group. And this is make nothing but the protoporphyrin structure. It is a tetrapyrrole ring. Now, iron Fe+2 held in the center of the protoporphyrin molecules. By the coordination, we are getting to a hemine structure, which four nitrogen it coordinate with the center metal ion iron. We are getting to a hemoglobin structure. So, protoporphyrin will convert to a hemine structure. Now, see, this is the hemine structure. We need to prove it. There is a four pyrrole. All the four pyrrole are substituted. There is propionate side chain. There is a two vinyl functional group and methylene bridge and center metal ion. So as we already know that the hemoglobin as conjugated protein consists of the globin and hemine. Now it is well known that the ferrous normally has 6 covalent number. So but in structure of the hemine there is a 4 nitrogen. So it is easily coordinate or bind with the iron. Now with the pyridine, with the pyridine it will give to a pyridine hemoglobin. So according to iron have 6 covalent number, 2 pyridine can be bind to structure of hemoglobin. So from this experiment, we can say that similarly, hemoglobin also coordinate with the imidazole ring of the histidine, that main amino acid of the globin. So there is a 4 nitrogen and there is 2 globin. Fine. Out of the 2 globin, there is histidine amino acid bind to the iron, and it will carry to oxygen. We are getting to oxyhemoglobin. So there are this is the mechanism of the oxyhemoglobin. Now, since the constitution of the hemoglobin molecular formula is C34, S32, N4, O4, and FPCl. So now we only seen the structure of the hemoglobin. Now we proved it. When we treat the methanol and hydrochloric acid, amine gives to a diester. It indicates that it should be a present of two acidic group, because when we treat with the methanol and hydrochloric acid, the carboxylic functional group will convert to a ester. So it indicates that that should be presence of two carboxylic group. So we already know that there is a propionic acid side chain, which is the confirmation by this test. Now another test on catalytic reduction with the help of palladium hydrogenation. Amine absorbs the 2 mole of the hydrogen. So this 2 mole of hydrogen absorbed by nothing but the two vinyl functional group present on the chiral number 1 and chiral number 2. So these two vinyl functional group absorb the 2 mole of the hydrogen, which indicate that there should be a presence of 2 double bond. And after the reduction, we are getting to tetrahydro compound. So from this test, we can say that there is a 2 double bond present on the amine structure, and it is nothing but the 2 vinyl functional group present on the chiral number 1 and chiral number 2. Third test, we can say the on reduction with the hydrogen iodide and acetic acid. We treat with the hydroiodide and acetic acid, or hydroiodic acid and phosphonium iodide. We treat with this, we are getting to a 4 different substituted pyrrole. Here we are getting to a degraded product of the amine. 4 substituted pyrrole like oxopyrrole, hemopyrrole, cryptopyrrole, and phenylpyrrole. So from 4 substituted pyrrole, we can say that from this degradation reaction, we can say that definitely hemoglobin, it is nothing but the derivative of 4 substituted pyrrole. Now we see the reaction of the each and every pyrrole. Now this is the synthesis of the oxopyrrole. It was synthesized by the Noor. So we are taking the alpha amino acetone, reacts with the ethyl 2,4 diketonate. From the enolization, we are getting the structure, and then finally it convert to a cyclization. Right? From the condensation, we are getting to a cyclization. Right? And this cyclic product is going to a reduction of good crystallization in presence of hydrogen iode. We are getting this product, and then after from the sodium ethoxide we heat at 160 degrees, we are getting to a substituted pyrrole like oxopyrrole. From similarly we can synthesize other pyrrole derivatives like hemopyrrole, cryptopyrrole, and phenylpyrrole. So enolization, condensation, and then good crystal reduction with hydrogen iodide, and finally treat with the sodium ethoxides. We are getting to a 4 different substituted pyrrole derivative. So this conversation, we can say that definitely the hemoglobin are nothing but the derivative of 4 pyrrole. Now on other reaction on reduction with the acid or the tin metal with hydrochloric acid, the 4 pyrrole substituted will give to a substituted carboxylic acid derivative. So here we are getting to oxopyrrole carboxylic acid, hemopyrrole carboxylic acid, cryptopyrrole carboxylic acid, and phenylpyrrole carboxylic acid. So their beta position ethyl functional group would convert to a carboxylic acid. So it is also helpful to prove the constitution of hemoglobin. Now, one more reaction is that if we have a hemoglobin and amine, their molecular formula C34H32 and 4O4 and efficient. Now, this amine we treat with the chromic acid and sulfuric acid. We are getting to 2 mole of the hematinic acid and methyl ethyl malenomide. And other way we treat with the amine with the iron dust and formic acid, we are getting to protoporphyrin. So see this protoporphyrin, it is the absence of the iron. If we are going to reduction, we are getting to a mesoporphyrin structure. Fine. So on both the way with the amine reduction with the chromic acid and sulfuric acid, we are getting to a methyl ethyl malenomide and amidinic acid. On other hand, we are getting to a protoporphyrin and then mesoporphyrin, and finally on oxidation we are getting to amidinic acid. So from this reaction we can say that presence of amidinic acid and methyl ethyl malenomide, both the structure are very helpful to condensation of the hemoglobin structure, or they are the part of the hemoglobin structure. And now the synthesis of hemitinic acid or methyl ethyl malenomide, it was ruled by the scientist of Custer. So ethyl acetoacetate, sodium ethoxide, and then we are getting to finally methyl ethyl malenomide. So the entire reaction we are getting to methyl ethyl malenomide. The structure of hemitinic acid was illustrated by the degradation reaction also. So the decarboxylation of hemitanic acid, we are getting to methyl ethyl malenomide. So thus the hemitanic acid may be either a following or three compound. It might be a this, it might be a this, and the third one, from the oxidation, we are getting to a succinic acid. So out of the three, two do not explain the formation of succinic acid, but the third one, it indicates that there is a reaction of the succinic acid. So from these reactions, we can conclude that the hemine consists the substitute of the four pyrrole, and from the reaction for or the formation of the hematinic acid or methyl ethyl malenomide suggests that a pyrrole nucleus are joined with each other by means of the alpha positions, and also suggests that the ring are joined by the means of the carbon atom only. So from the entire reaction we can say that hemoglobin, it is nothing but the derivative of 4 pyrrole or substituted pyrrole. They are joined together by the alpha linkage with their carbon atom. So all, the four different isomers are possible for the ethioporphyrin, and all of them have been synthesized, but unfortunately, it's very they reassemble very much in their properties. So from the amine, if it is with the iron and iron dust and formic acid, we are getting to a protoporphyrin, which is the absence of iron. If you go into reduction, we are getting to misoporphyrin, and then finally pyrolysis, we are getting to a ethioporphyrin structure. So this misoporphyrin on reduction is due to a substrate which was recognized as a tetraethyl porphyrin, which is nothing but the ethioporphyrin. And four different isomers are possible for the ethioporphyrin, which indicate that they are very relevant to structure of hemoglobin. And one more thing is that the fact is that ethyl methyl mannamide is formed only after the reduction of amine, which suggests that two unsaturated group reducible like C2H5 are representation on beta position of the amine molecules, and this group are destroyed during the direct oxidation, such as unsaturated group like vinyl. So now we see or conclude here. This is the structure of amine. If we go into a reduction, we react with the iron and formic acid. We are getting to a protoporphyrin, which is a iron-free structure. And if we see, this is a mesoporphyrin structure which have a propionate acid. If we go into decarboxylation, we are getting to a ethioporphyrin structure. If you go into reduction of this protoporphyrin, the CS double one CS2 will convert to CS2 into misoporphyrin. So misoporphyrin, ethioporphyrin, protoporphyrin, they all are too helpful to prove the constitution of hemoglobin. So finally, we can the structure of hemoglobin proved by the synthesis only by the Fischer on 1929, which led to other porphyrin synthesis consists on two parts. Thank you so much for joining me.